Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. That was terrible. All right, so I am back with my second YouTube video ever. Maybe my last one. I'll probably say this every video. Before we get started, I want to do a quick disclaimer. So I started this list for 41 jobs for teenagers that don't suck because my 16-year-old niece had told me she was ready to quit her job in fast food and she really didn't want to go back into fast food. She didn't want to do retail. So I took the chance to brainstorm with her. I do have over 10 years of experience in HR and recruiting, so this is totally my forte. And we came up with a lot of options. I did a bunch of research. I asked my um, counterparts in my Facebook mom groups, and specifically a conscious parenting group who gave me just a ton of ideas that I didn't find online. So this should be a very unique list. I'll also say that I cannot vet, cut that. I'll also say that I am working with her parents to make sure that whatever she's interested in or decides to do, that it's a safe option for her. So of course I have not tried all of these. I don't even know people who do all of these jobs. So you want to make sure that you talk to your parents before reaching out to do any of the things that might be mentioned in my list to make sure that you're doing something that is safe and realistic for you. So another thing I think it's important to mention is that we are unschoolers. So my kids, they're 9 and they're 5, so they're still very young, but they don't go to school. We don't do homeschool either. They learn just by pursuing the things that they're interested in every day. So my 9-year-old, I'll link his YouTube channel below. He is an origami artist, and he likes to do magic tricks. So he has an origami YouTube channel, and that's what he does for the most part of his day. And my daughter, Sydney, I'll link her channel below too. She is the performer, so she likes to sing and dance. And that's what they do. And in doing those things that they're passionate about, they are learning everything that they need to be learning, and it's a pretty amazing process. So I think with teenagers, you guys spend a lot of time um, just dedicated to the process of school and the process of your extracurricular activities and hanging out with your friends and all of those things, which are important and they certainly have their place. But then where do you get the time to just figure out who am I? What am I doing? What do I like to do? What do I not like to do? Who am I becoming and who do I want to be? So when you're looking at picking a job, let's try to think about which opportunities are really going to help you better learn who you are, um, and really just align with what feels good to you and what feels like the direction that you want your whole life to go. I know that sounds real big and maybe even kind of woo woo, but it's important because you don't want to end up later in life being like, man, I really wish I should have, done something else or pursued my acting passion or worked in a bookstore because I really like to read, just whatever it might be. So let's get started. I've grouped the jobs kind of by topic category very loosely. So we'll start with the grouping that I call just great resume experience. These look good on a resume. It's good job experience. There's a lot to learn from these types of jobs that help prepare you for the real world. The number one, these are in no particular order except for the first one, because the first one, something that I actually did do. So it is being a library assistant. So libraries, even right now, I looked online just before I started recording. There's lots of library assistant positions open. They pay really well. It's a nice, quiet job. If you like books and like that environment, I mean, this is the way to go. So in high school, I worked at our school library for part of the day. And then in college, I actually worked in the library on campus. It was, I mean, literally the best job. It's quiet. You got to study, got access to just, information, and I love that job. So I highly recommend it. So library assistant is the first one on the list. Museum associate. There are positions posted right now. Exhibit operator is another job title that I've seen for this one. It pays $12 an hour, pretty decent gig. Number 3, working at the YMCA or just any rec center. So many jobs at the Y. Working at the front desk, working in the kids area, being a youth sports rep. So many different options there. Number 4, movie theater. Number 5, a mother's helper. Being a mother's helper is not just Babysitting. So ask around, ask moms that you know, ask your parents if they know any other parents. Maybe get a group of parents together that need help. Moms need help. When I order grocery pickup, for somebody to just go pick up my groceries would be a huge help for me. Um, it's just a variety of things that moms could use help with, especially over the summertime when kids are home from school. So let's see. So mother's helper was number 5. Number 6, working at a car wash. Number 7, the wash girl at a salon. Number 8, trampoline park. Number 9, youth referee. 10, golf course attendant or country club cart girls, super fun job, or at least I've heard that that is a super fun job. A bakery assistant, if you are into the culinary arts, this could be a really, really good one to work as a bakery assistant. An activity aide at a nursing home. Number 13, front desk attendant for really any small business. Um, Front desk assistant might do things like answering the phones, taking appointments. I did that for my mother's real estate office when I was in high school. Really, really good job there. Working at a call center. Now, this is super real life experience. I think most people will end up working at a call center at some point in their life while you're in college, right after college. Great opportunity to make decent money, have a very predictable schedule, and get some good work experience on your resume. Insurance agency, filing claims, taking report claims, just doing administrative work there. Same for working in a doctor's office. Number 17 is working at an arcade or a bowling alley. A daycare assistant position if you love working with kids and you know that is the career direction you want to take, or not, or you just really like working with kids. This is a really good long-term career choice. Being a tutor. Number 20 is data entry from home. So if you can type and you're savvy on the computer, there are a lot of data entry jobs. Of course, so many of these jobs are work from home now. So that would be not only just a great option as a teenager, but this is a good long-term career choice as well. So the next group of jobs, numbers 21 through 26, I labeled as entrepreneurial. Weird word to say, but they are jobs that you can really just do on your own. You don't need to go and apply to a job and interview and try to get hired. So these jobs you can really facilitate on your own with a lot of networking and just really being proactive and jumping in there and doing it. So this one, number 21, is being a gift wrapper. So you think immediately of Christmas, at least I did when I came up with this idea. Christmas, people need lots of gifts wrapped, but there are birthday parties and I mean things, weddings and events that happen throughout the year where people need gifts wrapped. So to put an ad out there, wrap your gifts for a certain amount, or maybe you buy 10 gift wrappings for a certain amount and do a punch card thing. I don't know, you can come up with something really creative and just have that as one potential stream of income. You don't have to look at these as I need one job to bring in all the money that I need. String 3 or 4 of these together to come up with some good earning potential. So gift wrapper, the next one, a real estate assistant. So I mentioned my mother is a real estate agent. She'd even pay my brother to take her signs out and go pick up signs from the yard and run errands and drop off paperwork. There's a lot that real estate agents have to do, especially during their busy season, that they are much better off outsourcing to somebody else. Really, if you have a driver's license and can drive, there is a myriad of options that you can do for a realtor or anybody else in that type of profession. So real estate assistant or any type of self-employed assistant is number 23. Anybody who works for themselves, I mean, their to-do list is a mile long because they don't have a whole lot of help. They don't have a team of people working with them very often. So there might be a chance there to partner up with some folks, running their own business to help them out. Let's see, babysitting, very different from being a mother's helper. This is just babysitting. I think we all know what babysitting looks like. You can get a few different customers or clients. You can just do, an hour or two here or there. Parents' night out. Offer all different types of specials, especially if you can get several parents together that want to share your service. And an event planner or party organizer. I think my daughter, she's only 5, but the girl loves to plan a party, and I could totally see her doing something like this as a teenager. and being the person that everybody comes to plan their birthday parties or events. Um, so that could be fun if that is the type of thing that you're into. All right, numbers 27 through 30 are working with animals. So if you want to go into a career, maybe be a veterinarian or just love animals, dog walker, being a zoo attendant, working at an animal grooming salon, or working at a pet boarding facility or being a kennel tech are numbers 27 through 30. Seasonal jobs, I think these are pretty typical. Summer camp counselor, lifeguard, landscaping and mowing, and gardening. So even if you don't want to mow, like I would totally pay somebody to come through and clean out my flower beds for me, or put some new flowers in and water my flowers for me a couple of times a week. 'Cause I don't often have time to do those things or remember to do them. And then number 34 is being a farmer's market helper. So summertime and spring, early fall is when it starts winding down, but I mean, farmers are busy, and this is when they're going through their harvesting seasons and trying to put together packs for people who sign up for shares. I can't remember what they're called now, but for the gardening shares and pick. I mean, they need all types of help getting that together. The more hands, the better there. So that could be something you could look into, especially if that is a field that you're very interested in. So the next group of jobs, numbers 35 through 39, are just labeled as online. So online survey taker is one. I do online surveys. You don't make a whole lot of money doing it, and you have to do a lot of surveys to really see any dollars come in at all. But it's totally worth it. Sit at your computer for an hour. You can do a whole bunch of surveys and make $5 or $10. $10 an hour, not bad. You might have to do 20 surveys to make it, but you're sitting at your computer alone, going through clicking a bunch of answers. Really not a bad gig. Social media coordinators, number 36. If you like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, there are a lot of businesses who simply don't have the time to manage these things on their own, so they outsource it. Even to social media influencers now, it doesn't even have to be a business. They outsource a lot of their posting, which rolls into the next one too. Editing, video editing. This video I'm shooting now, when I'm done, I will have to edit it, and it takes more time to edit the video a lot of times than it does to actually shoot it. If that's something that you're into, that is certainly an option for you. Being a virtual assistant, helping somebody organize, respond to emails and organize their orders coming in. Anything they might need you to do that is strictly online that doesn't require you to have to go out and drive somewhere or pick up something and do something. So virtual assistant. And then number 39 is graphic designer. If you are good at that sort of thing, people always need images designed and logos and websites. There is certainly an opportunity there, not even just as a teenager, but for long-term career, for you to do that online. So the last two I have as special skills, and they're my favorites on the list. So number 40 came from another unschooling mama friend of mine. Her daughter is a teen, and she is a doula. So she has gotten the training to become a certified doula. And again, this is one of those positions that's very much so aligned with a lifetime career. It's very fulfilling work. So if you are interested in becoming a doula, I mean, certainly look into what that entails. It's possible. It is possible to do that as a teenager. And then number 41 is a sign spinner. So my son is 9. He fell into sign spinning and spent a week like spinning signs all over the house, and we YouTubed it. And it's like a whole legit community of sign spinners out there, and they have competitions and there's training for it, but they also make decent money. The hours are really good. It's a pretty legit job if you're interested in it. So look it up. When I looked before shooting this video, those jobs range from about 15 to 20 bucks an hour to stand out in front of a business for 3 or 4 hours spinning a sign. So there you have it, 41 job options for teens that don't suck.